And so, moving on even into more insecurity, in a shocking and disturbing incident, the La Republic to Cameroon Military Army has been accused of dragging two men whose identities have not been disclosed and summarily executing them in the Ntamulung neighborhood of Bamenda. The incident occurred at dawn today, leaving residents in shock and outrage. Eyewitnesses report that the La Republic to Cameroon military personnel dragged the two men through the streets before executing them in a brutal and cold-blooded manner. The reasons behind the executions are yet to be disclosed, and the incident has sparked widespread condemnation. The incident has sent shockwaves through the community, with many residents expressing outrage and demanding justice for the victims. The neighborhood is filled with fear and anxiety as people struggle to come to terms with the brutality of the incident, given that the victims are not far from the areas. The incident has sparked calls for an immediate investigation into the actions of the military personnel involved. Many are demanding accountability and justice for the victims and their families. The incident is a reminder of the ongoing security challenges in Bamenda and the need for urgent action to address the root causes of the war, the conflict, and the global and colonial regime must refrain from the military option use. Rice Tambasir, two men, civilians, their whereabouts not known. What would you say?
Well, I will only add that it goes again to show the extra level the armament and the security people would go to do what nobody else has done in the world. Even war is properly regulated by international conventions. And so killing people, even your opponent in war, when they are disarmed, is murder. That's extrajudicial killing. Even in the war front, when your opponent is carrying a weapon and lays down his or her weapon and carries up his or her hands, if you kill that guy, you are a criminal. You'll be charged in court. So that is extrajudicial killing. For whatever reason, this is not even the situation. They hunt people, take them out, slaughter them, execute them, in fact. They just execute them. Is this a military strategy? Of course, that's what they are using. Is this new? Certainly not. This is in Bamenda. Bamenda is not very far from Garubu. What happened with the admitted doing it is something similar to this. They did not only kill in Garubu, they killed in Garubu and they sought to hide the evidence by burning the corpses of the people they killed. This is all from their own records. They admitted it. And so the problem we face is the silence of the civil society, not the silence of the ordinary man in the street, not the silence of the ordinary woman in cocoyams or beans in the street. No, they are making a noise. That's why they are having the outcry. The silence of an organized civil society. What is an organized civil society in our own context? The organized civil society in our context includes religious organizations. Because, for example, in a town like Bamenda, the voice of the Archbishop is very, very important. It is heard worldwide. That's organized civil society. The voice of a pastor is heard worldwide. It's a religious organization. It is meaningful. And so when we see these things going on, we expect the civil society to act. The ordinary citizens are limited to their crying, to their weeping, to their sobbing and shedding tears. There's nothing more they can do more than that. Because they live in a society which is so destroyed, which has no meaning. They are not going to report to the gendarmes, the general of the administration. The police are part of the administration. One will wonder whether in that very town, is that not the very town Dele Afrik lives? Is that not the very town that will have so many prefects and sous-prefects appointed by presidential decree? Is that not the very town where the own colonial region commander died just a few days ago, armed to the teeth? And so, again, this is organized insecurity. This is extrajudicial killings, which at the appropriate time, the actors, the perpetrators are going to be brought to book. The ICC is not asleep. The day is coming when everyone will be held accountable. Extrajudicial killings not accepted. Just like what happened in Kuzang Market when the ADF people shot those two guys. That was extrajudicial killing. What has happened now, when they drag somebody from outside and go and kill, is extrajudicial killing. Extrajudicial killing during war is not acceptable, no matter from where it comes. And so again, these are military again. They were in uniform. So all their actions bind their commanders. The best you will hear from them is that their investigations. And of course, investigations signal into anything in common. And so, and again, the ICC is not asleep. One day, they will tell you. Because ICC are imprescriptible. They follow you until death. And so, may that be the case on instance. Over to you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I was going to say that the killings, how long will these killings continue?